Morning is the moment of peace that precedes the storm. Today is the golden opportunity you have to clarify your mind, soothe your heart, and organize your thoughts before the pressures and demands of life come to steal them away. Those who start their morning with a clear intention and an organized routine become more powerful and masters of their lives, better able to face challenges with confidence and calm. Each new day represents a genuine opportunity to change your life, but how do you begin? It is this day that determines whether it will lead you to success and change or to more distraction and confusion. There is a simple and effective secret that few people know, which is how to take control of the first hour of the morning. This hour is not just a moment of the day, it is the seed from which the fulfillment, change, and transformation you dream of will emerge. In this book, you will learn to transform morning moments into a true miracle. You will discover 6 small habits, but their impact will be immense, changing the way you think, your energy, and your actions. These habits are not complicated and do not require much time, but they do require commitment and willpower. They are the true key to unlocking the doors to a better life. Remember that life is not a matter of luck or coincidence, but the result of your daily choices. Your decision right now to give your morning the attention it deserves is the first step toward building a life you live with strength, clarity, and peace. Let's begin this journey of your new morning together, a true journey of change that starts from the very first minute you wake up. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe, as what you will learn today could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Chapter 1. Why is the morning so important? Think carefully about this idea. How you start your day determines how you live your life. Each morning is a new beginning, an unmatched opportunity compared to those that have come before, but most people overlook it, treating it as just a transitional moment into a repetitive daily routine. Morning is not just a time to wake up, it is the key to your day and your entry into life as a whole. In the first hour of your day, you are closer to clarity, further from noise, and more prepared to receive, plan, and commence. When you start your day with calm and awareness, you lay a solid foundation for a productive and balanced day. Conversely, if you begin in chaos or stress, you grant permission for the rest of the day to follow the same path. The difference between waking up late and waking up mindfully is not just in the time but in the internal attitude. Someone who wakes up late opens their eyes with a sense of urgency and guilt, whereas someone who wakes up mindfully, even an hour before sunrise, opens their eyes to opportunity and calm. Many people have radically changed their lives in simple ways, like the man who, after suffering from distraction and laziness, began dedicating 30 minutes of his morning to reading and meditation, which improved his mindset and allowed him to make clearer decisions. This small start made a big difference. You don't need to change your entire life at once. You only need to change how you begin your day. If you can master the first hour of your day, then you have a genuine opportunity to shape the remaining hours as you wish. We are not asking you to wake up at 4 in the morning or to follow lengthy routines. What you need is to wake up mindfully and start your day with a clear decision and sincere intention. Remember, every morning is a new opportunity for a fresh start, so don't let it pass you by while you sleep. In the following chapters, we will discover together how this morning can become a springboard toward a stronger, clearer, and more beautiful life. Chapter 2. The Miracle of Waking Up Early. Waking up early may seem like a kind of suffering or punishment, but the reality is quite the opposite. Waking up early is not torture. It is a gift you give yourself in a moment of sincerity where you say, "I deserve a new start, a true beginning." It is not random or imposed. People need sleep to rest. However, few know that a calm morning is also a respite from noise, chaos, and the race against time. Waking up early offers you a moment of clarity that nothing else can replace during the day, where you are the master of your time before it becomes the property of others. In these moments, you can plan, find inspiration, or simply breathe deeply without haste. However, there is a little enemy that steals this gift each morning. It is when you tell yourself, "I'll just snooze a little longer." This simple phrase can delay your dreams, paralyze your goals, and pull you back into the whirlpool of laziness. It is a moment of weakness that everyone knows, but it is also a moment you can learn to overcome. The secret here lies not in strength but in intention. When you go to bed with the sincere intention of waking up for yourself, and not for work or obligations, you completely change your relationship with the morning. To make waking up early an easy habit and not a daily battle, here are 3 simple and effective steps. Change your intention before sleeping. Do not say, "I have to get up," but say, "Tomorrow I will start a morning that gives me strength." Place your alarm clock away from your bed. Put it on a distant table to force yourself to get up. Prepare something you love to start with, whether it's a book, soothing music, or a glass of cold water. There is a simple reason why you look forward to the morning as soon as you wake up. Do not view the morning as an enemy to be conquered, but as a friend waiting to offer you opportunities that you will not see at any other time of the day. The morning is not your enemy. It is the closest friend of your dream. Remember that successful people do not wake up early because they are stronger than you, but because they begin to perceive the difference between a day that starts with chaotic reactions and one that begins with a clear decision. Waking up early does not make the day longer. It makes it clearer, more meaningful, and more filled with life. Always remember that each new morning is a blank page, and the early risers are the first to write on it. In the next chapter, we will dive into the essence of the 6 habits that give value to the morning. Is it possible that 1 hour in the morning is enough to build confidence, accomplishment, inner peace, and clarity of goals? The answer is yes, without a doubt. This is not just a motivational speech. It's the lived experience of thousands of people around the world who have applied what is now known as the Sivers system. This ordinary-sounding English word summarizes 6 habits considered the true core of the morning miracle. Each letter refers to a daily practice that offers you an important aspect of personal growth. S for silence. I for intentions, affirmations. V for visualization. E for exercise. R for reading. S for writing. These habits are not new in themselves, but organizing them in this context and applying them regularly in the morning creates a sort of secret formula for a good start to the day. This system was born from the struggles of author Hal, who realized the power of these habits and their deep impact on individuals' lives. Hal was not just a personal development coach. He was a man who had gone through tough times, an accident that nearly cost him his life, poverty, depression, and professional failure. But he decided to start from a simple point, dedicating 1 hour each morning to his personal development. He tried reading on its own, but it wasn't enough. He tried exercising on its own, but that didn't satisfy him. Then he began to combine these 6 habits and discovered that their effectiveness lay in the harmony among them, rather than in each habit individually. What distinguishes this system is that it is extremely flexible. You can apply it for a full hour by dedicating 10 minutes to each habit, or in 30 minutes, or even in just 6 minutes. Yes, 1 minute per habit is enough to start your day as a better version of yourself. Meditate for 1 minute, repeat your affirmations for 1 minute, visualize your goal for 1 minute, do a quick exercise for 1 minute, read a paragraph, and then write 1 sentence. This may seem simple, but it makes a real difference when you repeat it day after day. The secret here is not in the time but in the intention and commitment. Open your day to something that concerns you, not to the demands of work, the phone, or others. Start from a position of control, not one of reception. The 6 habits are not just tools for accomplishing more. They are a means to build a healthy relationship with yourself, to listen, to speak, to visualize, to act, to learn, and to express. You might wonder, is that enough? And the answer is, Nothing is enough if you do not persevere. But these 6 habits represent the most powerful starting point for anyone wanting to make a change. They are not complicated and do not require a coach, equipment, or an ideal environment. Just a quiet place, a few minutes, and a sincere decision. 6 habits are enough to change your future. In the following chapters, we will detail each habit to understand its significance, impact, and how to apply it in a way that suits you. Chapter 4. Silence, the beginning of the day from within. In an increasingly noisy world, silence becomes a rare currency, even a treasure known to few. We wake to the sound of alerts, open our eyes to messages on our phones, and wash our faces while being caught up in mental chaos. We think about the busy schedule of the day and start our day from the outside, forgetting that the most beautiful beginnings start from within. Silence is not emptiness, but a pure space where we sincerely meet ourselves. In moments of silence, we do not seek answers from the world but listen to a gentle voice within us that knows the truth. This is not the voice of fear or doubt, but that of inner peace that can only be heard when everything around us is calm. In moments of silence, you hear the deepest voice within you. Meditation, conscious breathing, or simply sitting in silence without talking, without a phone, or anxious thoughts are all simple methods to clarify the mind. You do not need complex rituals or isolation in the mountains. All you need to do is sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and follow your breath as it flows in and out. You will be amazed at how much stress melts away when you stop running, even for a few minutes. Start your day this way. Do not immediately open your phone. Do not jump out of bed to your tasks. Just sit quietly, breathe, and tell yourself, I am here, I am present, this is a new day. Just 5 minutes of conscious silence in the morning will anchor you firmly before you begin to walk amid the tumult of life. In silence, chaos transforms into order, anxiety into calm, and the unknown into clarity. Sometimes we do not need complex solutions, but just to quiet the noise to understand how we feel, what we want, and what we need to let go of. Silence is not an escape from life, but a true return to yourself. The beauty of this practice is that it requires no special skill. You just need to practice it, and you will notice how your stress level decreases, how your heart calms, and how your mind becomes more focused and clear. Every time you practice silence, you come closer to your inner self and become more capable of directing your day rather than letting circumstances do it for you. Start your morning through this door. Open the silence to enter your day with more awareness, not more stress. The first step toward a more harmonious life is to learn to listen to yourself first. Chapter 5. Affirmations. Have you ever thought about the words you whisper to yourself each morning? These phrases that you repeat internally without thinking, such as, I am tired, I can't, my life is complicated, I am always late. These words may seem harmless, but they are actually close to a daily programming that shapes your self-image and determines how you interact with life. This is where the power of affirmations comes into play. These are words you consciously choose to reshape your reality from the inside. Affirmations are not just positive phrases we repeat without feeling. They are a powerful tool that helps you reframe your thoughts and personal reality. They are conscious statements you tell yourself to remind you of what you wish to become, not what you fear being. They are messages to your subconscious, which reconstructs the image you have of yourself internally so that it gradually reflects externally. When you repeat an affirmation sincerely and daily, your mind starts to believe it, not because you are deceiving it, but because you are giving it a new compass with which to see the world. However, not all affirmations are effective. An affirmation does not work if it is just a memorized phrase without meaning to you. To write a true affirmation, ask yourself, what is the thing I need to believe about myself today? Then formulate the sentence in the present tense, as if it were a reality and not a wish. For example, say, I deserve success instead of I may one day be successful, or I am strong in the face of challenges instead of I hope to be stronger. Here are some examples of affirmations you can use or modify according to your situation. For self-confidence, I believe in myself and my ability to succeed step by step. For success, I am steadily progressing toward my goals and reaping the rewards of my efforts every day. For inner peace, I choose calm, I let go of everything that does not serve me, and I live the moment with gratitude. For patience and resilience, every experience strengthens me, every delay carries a message, and I trust the timing of my life. For balance, I balance my mind and heart, my work and rest, and I allow myself to live in peace. Dedicate just 1 minute each morning to repeating your affirmations. Say them out loud if you can, or internally if you're in a quiet place. The important thing is to say them mindfully, with feeling and clear intention. You don't need to believe them completely right away, but each repetition plants a new seed in your mind, and over time, it will become a reality. Always remember, whatever you repeat becomes. You are not just building your day with your words, you are reconstructing yourself each morning. Chapter 6: Visualization. Train your mind for success before anything occurs in reality. It must first be born in the imagination. This is not philosophy but a confirmed psychological and scientific truth. The mind does not make a real distinction between what you clearly imagine and what you actually experience. When you envision yourself succeeding, you improve and transform, creating new neural connections in your brain as if you were already living that success, and you begin to act accordingly. Gradually, visualization becomes one of the most powerful mental programming tools and is a secret used by professional athletes, international speakers, and entrepreneurs. They do not wait for success to believe they are capable. Instead, they first imagine it, see it with their inner eyes, taste it in their minds, and then act in ways that bring them closer to that success day by day. If you see the goal clearly in your mind, you will walk towards it with confidence. Visualization does not simply mean dreaming. It means seeing your image in a concrete success situation and mentally experiencing that moment in all its details. How you walk, how you speak, how you feel, and what exactly you do. The richer the details, the stronger their impact on your subconscious, and the more you associate this scene with positive emotions, the more effective it will be in programming your actions. Imagine your best version, a calm, accomplished, confident, and life-loving version of yourself. Do not aim for perfection but for a radiant reality. Picture yourself making clear decisions to reach your goals, overcoming challenges with a smile and determination. Make this visualization a morning habit, lasting only a few minutes, but that will change the course of your day and your life. How you begin your day lays the foundation for your entire day. Here's a simple morning exercise to activate the power of visualization. Sit in a quiet place after a few minutes of silence and affirmations, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath, then imagine a future scene you ardently desire, let's say a year from now. Imagine yourself living that scene as if it were happening now. What do you look like? What are you wearing? Who is around you? How do you feel? Stay in that scene for 2 or 3 minutes, then open your eyes and start your day. You will be surprised at how this simple exercise can reshape your mood, your self-perception, and your confidence in your next steps. This is not magic, it is training. Every day you imagine is a step toward its realization. Visualization does not mean relaxing or waiting for luck. It means planting the image that you work toward with determination. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain in the same place is not just in skills, but in the ability to see the goal from within before it manifests externally. Remember, you are not just moving toward the goal. It also moves toward you when you see it clearly. Chapter 7: Movement when you wake up in the morning, your body is in a state of deep rest and perhaps a bit lethargic. There is an effective secret for awakening not just your body but also your mind and soul together. Movement is not random action or difficult exercises that require a gym, but a simple activity that takes even just 10 minutes. You can start in your room on a small mat or even on your bed. Simple movements like stretching, raising your arms above your head, doing neck rolls, bending your knees, or walking in place with gentle steps are enough to get your blood circulating and revitalize your body. Movement restores the flow of energy in your muscles and stimulates your nervous system for activity. Why is movement important for the mind too? Because the body and mind are closely linked. When your body moves, the flow of blood and oxygen to your brain increases, making it clearer and more alert. Imagine your day starting with an energetic body that feels neither heaviness nor laziness. This moment when you move your body sends a clear signal to your mind that you are ready for a new start and that you control your day. When you say to yourself, "I move, therefore I exist," you declare your will to live and open the door to new opportunities. Understand that movement is not a competition or a criterion for success, but a simple celebration of your body. Your movements do not need to be perfect or long. Just a few minutes a day are enough to boost your energy, improve your mood, and establish a healthy habit for life. If your body moves in the morning, then your whole day will get moving with you. You will not only be a passive receiver of events, but an active creator of your life. Chapter 8. Nourishment for the Mind and Heart. The mind and body share a fundamental need that cannot be ignored: nutrition. But the food we refer to here is not just what goes into our stomachs, but also what we feed ourselves with ideas and information. Reading and writing are the spiritual and mental nourishment that give us life, bring us new energy, and illuminate our path through the darkness and complexity of life. You do not need to read a lot to gain great benefits. The idea is not in the quantity, but in the quality. The number of pages you read is not what matters, but rather the quality of the books you choose. Choose a simple and useful morning book that stimulates you and feeds your aspirations, whether it be in personal development, inspiration, or learning a new skill. Just a few minutes of reading each morning are enough to lift you to a higher level of understanding and open new perspectives before you. Reading is not just an exercise for the eyes, but training for the mind to think differently, acquire the experiences of others, and discover new ideas that could be the key to change in your life. Each page you read leaves an imprint in your mind, builds new skills, strengthens your confidence, and fills you with enthusiasm for meeting the challenges and seizing the opportunities of your day. As for writing, it is the tool that allows you to organize the multitude of ideas and translate what you have learned into clear practical steps. Morning journaling, even with simple sentences, helps improve your focus, clear your mind of clutter, and create space for creativity and clarity. When you write, you begin to chart your own path rather than following obscure paths. Writing is not just for writers or professionals, but it is a simple daily practice that can consist of a journal, a list of goals, or even quick notes. This habit makes a big difference in the clarity of your vision and the definition of your priorities, helping you make better decisions throughout your day. Reading illuminates the path and writing draws it. These two habits reinforce each other, making the mind more active and ready to embrace challenges, more able to create solutions, while keeping the heart inspired and optimistic. Start your morning by reading a page or two, then jot down your ideas. Notice how the days transform into concrete steps toward the achievement of your goals. This is not a luxury, but a necessity for anyone wanting a clearer, more fulfilling, and happier life. Chapter 9. Your Personal Morning Routine. Start tomorrow. Each person has their own circumstances, different schedules, and unique priorities. Therefore, there is no one-size-fits-all morning routine. The real secret is to build your own routine that aligns with your time, energy, and needs. It is not about how much time you dedicate, but how you use that time with focus and consciousness to nourish your body, mind, and soul. If you have a full hour, you can divide it between silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and writing, giving at least 10 minutes to each habit. If you're pressed for time, even 30 minutes are sufficient by dedicating 5 minutes to each habit to feel the effects. And if you are truly under pressure, don't worry, 6 minutes is enough, 1 minute per habit to start your journey of change step by step. Every beginning requires a challenge, and that's why we offer you a challenge today. This is the time your brain and mind need to anchor a new habit that will become part of your daily routine. Do not perceive it as a temporary or exhausting effort. Commit to this challenge regardless of the circumstances and be kind to yourself during difficult moments. Change is not a race but a continuous journey. Laziness, disorder, and lack of organization are natural enemies of any new routine, but the difference between those who succeed and those who give up is that they do not let these obstacles stop them. When you feel lazy, remember why you started and draw strength from your vision. When you feel lost, simply reorganize your priorities and start with the smallest possible step. Do not impose perfection on yourself, but savor every improvement. Miracles do not happen on their own, and do not wait for luck or ideal circumstances. You are the one who creates your miracles each morning through your simple and repeated choices. At each awakening, there is a new opportunity to write your success story at every moment. Do not underestimate the power of small habits, for they are the foundation of true change. Start tomorrow. Do not wait another day. Create your own routine, even if it is simple, and begin the journey of rebuilding yourself and your life. With each new morning, you will be closer to what you aspire to. In the end, remember that you are responsible for how your day begins, so make it the start of a life worth living. Before concluding this book, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to receive every new audiobook. Become a member of a community that loves reading and growing. We have reached the end of this journey we began together, an adventure of discovering the morning miracle and how simple habits can change your life for the better. Remember that true change does not start from the outside, but from a sincere internal decision, from a moment of awareness where you choose to offer yourself a new start each day. The morning is your precious opportunity to be the best version of yourself, to create a day worthy of your ambitions and dreams. The challenges we encounter in life are numerous, and sometimes circumstances can be difficult, but nothing can stop a person who has chosen to start their day with strength, clarity, and purity. Each of the 6 habits we have learned is a tool in your hands, the key to success, comfort, and inner peace. It is not necessary to be perfect, but to be consistent, to persevere, and to give yourself compassion and patience at every step. Remember that life is not a sprint. It is an art of balance and awareness. The morning is the time when you shape the equation of your day, filling it with energy, positivity, and wisdom. Each new morning brings with it a new chance, a blank page, and a new story that you write for yourself. Do not let anyone steal this opportunity from you, and do not let the daily routine make you forget your worth and ability to change. In the end, you are the one who controls the details of your life, and you are the one who decides how you start your day. Choose to start it with a calm heart, a clear mind, and an optimistic soul. Work to build your own routine, and each morning, give yourself the chance to live a happier, more successful, and more fulfilling life. The morning miracle is not a distant dream but a reality that begins right now, at the first minute you wake up. Be the miracle.